and welcome to this broadcast of boys varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're in the Cardinals' nest in New Bremen, Ohio, where the Jackson Center Tigers are in town tonight to take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Unoxal Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IJ, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and NKTelco. Good evening and welcome once again. I'm Dennis Henshin along with Jeff Henshin, proud to bring you tonight's action between the Jackson Center Tigers, 18-1, number 2 in the state, members of the Shelby County Athletic League, playing the New Bremen Cardinals, who are in the MAC with a record of 12-5. A little misleading, but getting a late start because of the football season that they had, so they're just maybe almost, let's say, rounding into form a little bit. Take that back. I said 12-5. It is 13-5. I think that was not updated from last evening, so 13-5. So before we get into this, let's take a look at the keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First of all, let's take a look at the keys of the game for Jackson Center.
They want to have good transition defense. They know New Bremen is very athletic and can get it out and run, so they have to make sure they keep an eye on that and don't give up easy looks. They also want to take care of the basketball. If they have the basketball and New Bremen can't score, then again, you don't want to have a turnover to let the Cardinals use their speed to get uncontested layups and rebounding. New Bremen, again, athletic. They like to crash the glass. They maybe don't shoot a real high field goal percentage, but boy, they're efficient, which means they garner their own missed shots. They continue to go at it 2 and 3 looks at a time before they finally score. So thank you to Coach Elkett for supplying us that. And for New Bremen, they want to do the little things, whether it's help side defense, whether it's hedging on a screen, whether it's simply, just on offense, send a good screen, the little things to help them, because they're going to need all those against a very good Jackson Center defense. And they also want to match the physicality. Jackson Center is well disciplined. They played hard. They play physical. They play within the rules, and they know that they're going to have to match shoulder strength to shoulder strength. And they also want to win the turnover battle. Both coaches understand that turnovers take away your chance to score, and you don't want to give each of these teams an extra look without you getting a shot yourself. So thank you to both coaches for giving us their time and their thoughts. And a big game tonight, late in the season. Anxious to see how it goes. Yeah,
it's a barometer for where New Bremen would like to see where they're at. And as I just told you, Jackson Center is number 2 in the state. So we'll pause here for just a minute or so as we're going to have the playing and the singing of the national anthem. So stay with us and we'll be right back for that.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
All right, we're back here as the PA announcer is going through his formalities, and he's just about ready to bring us the starting lineups. Let's take a look at the officials for tonight's game. They are Scott Hartley, Dustin Snow, and Raymond Perrell. So those gentlemen are in charge of tonight's ball game. As we get ready to introduce the players and the coaches, brought to you by Emerson Climate Technology. First of all, I try to follow along with him and give them in the same sequence. I have them, but I don't know in what order he will present them. But we'll see once what we got here. All right. And we're still introducing cheerleaders, I believe. So the Jackson Center Tigers are coached by head coach Scott Elkert, Aaron Kloffenstein, Luke Dosak, Garrett Sierra, and Tony Meyer. First man out there is number 4. That is Nolan Fark. He's a 6'2 senior. Then the next gentleman out is number 12. That's Jason Mulhauer. He is a 5'10 senior. Next gentleman is number 15, Garrett Eckert. That's a 6'2 senior. Number 24, Bryson Roberts, a 6-foot senior. And rounding out the top 5 is a number 34, 6'3" senior, Camden Reese. Now it is time for the Cardinals to be brought out. First gentleman out is number 2, Aaron Tiemann. He is a junior, standing 6 foot. Number 24, the next gentleman out, Cooper Scheib. He's a 6-foot senior, wearing number 24. And number 30, the next gentleman out, will be another senior, Alex Holman, standing 6'2" as a senior. In the post for them, it'll be number 32, Evan Ike, and he is a 6'3" senior. And number 50, David Holman. He's a 6-foot senior, wearing number 50. The Cardinals are coached by Corey Stevens. He is assisted by Craig Simchek, Matt Clausen, and Greg Elking. So the stage is set. Talked to a fan or a knowledgeable individual from the New Bremen area and said this is a benchmark game for the Cardinals to find out just how good they are. They've had some ups and downs, but this is a quality team that they're playing tonight. As we've already stated, they are 18-1.
They lost their first game of the season to Russia by 1 point, and they have rattled off 18 straight. And most of those games, they haven't been, quote, challenged too much, but they've really played well following a tough opening night loss to their league rivals, Russia.
Okay, so Holman and Reese are in the center circle as the tip is controlled by Jackson Center. Kicks in. Now over there in the far corner, it goes to, that was number 15, Garrett Elkert. Now Elkert has it in the left corner. His 3 attempt is off the rim, rebounded by the Cardinals, and here they come. Holman has it, kicked out to Tiemann. Tiemann with a 3, no good. Rebounded there, I believe, by Bumbar. Is that no?
Evan Ike.
Evan Ike, and Ike puts it back up and in.
We talked about rebounding as one of the keys of the game, and that's that thing where New Bremen missed a shot, but they scored on the offensive putback.
And there's a quick inside move there, went to Nolan Fark, and Nolan Fark puts it on the glass for a short 2. Tiemann has it. They kick it around to Holman. Holman crosses over, way back on the left side to Tiemann. He picks up a screen there from Eink, and now again a drive by Holman, now back to Tiemann. New Bremen plays quite a few ball players, so Jackson Center is probably more of a 7-8 rotation at maximum. They do bring a big fellow off the bench, a flat-foot sophomore, but New Bremen may play as high as 9 or 10, and they exchange regularly. There's a drive on the inside, put up there by Mulhauer.
Mollenauer, yeah, he gets his own shot. Mollenauer, a very athletic player, 5'10 senior. He's not extremely vertical with 5'10, but boy, he gets the job done all year for the Tigers. Jace Mollenauer, his first bucket of the game.
Tiemann, the only double-figure score on the Cardinal squad, but they have a lot of guys who come in at 7 and 8. So you better make sure that everybody's covered and know who's got the hot hand, because somebody is going to find somebody open. Tiemann's been known to pull it from deep behind the line. There's one from the foul line. Lean back off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded there by Jackson Center.
Good job by the Tigers. That time, one and done on the Cardinal miss. Jackson Center usually pretty patient. They will work the ball and make you chase and play defense and fight through screens and make you think as your head is on a swivel almost, because they have a lot of options.
Mulhauer from the left wing inside the circle. That's good for 2.
Mollenauer now with 4 points. That time he got it on the first look. His last time he scored, he got his own missed shot, put it back up for offensive rebounding second chance look. Each team with, let's say, a basket after a missed shot on the offensive glass.
Holman drives on the right side, kicks it along the baseline, and on the drive there by Holman, Alex Holman, he's held. It'll be a foul on.
Bryson Roberts, number 24, the 6-foot senior. A hand check or arm bar is in for the Cardinals. 2 players are ready. That'll be number 44, Dylan Bumbauer, and also number 32, or not 32, Zeller, 22, there he is.
There's a ball that is knocked around, grabbed there by Fark. He stops at the foul line, explodes up and puts it down.
Points off turnovers, and boy, a big one there, Fark. And that's a tough shot. He was going pretty quick and stopped on a dime, under control. Makes his 4th point of the game for number 4.
There's a drive by the baseline, cut off, grabbed there by
Zeller,
and he sticks it right back up and in.
Instant offense, doesn't even start. He averages 8 points a game, 6'5" junior. Cardinals have 9 seniors on their roster. Jackson Center with 7, so we have a lot of 16 total seniors here.
And there's a shot again by Fark from the left wing 3, no good. Rebounded there by number 34, Cameron Reese, and it's good on his stick back for 2.
2 offensive rebounds for the Tigers, 4 points off those rebounds.
10-4 in favor of the Jackson Center Tigers here over the homestanding New Bremen Cardinals. Tiemann tries to drive, kicks it back out to Zeller, now Holman. And there's a scrum on the floor, kicked out almost to the midcourt line, picked up there by the Cardinals. Tiemann kind of looking around to find something. He's got an open wing now. He picks up a screen, doesn't use it. He sets a screen, rolls back. A kick out, a jump there by Evan Eink, and that's good.
Evan Eink, 2 for 2 to start the game, 6.4 points a game. One of those 9 seniors on the squad, 6'3" ball player, 4 of the 6 New Bremen points.
There's a drive and a kick back out, and once again, Fark lets it fly from straight away. Not good. Rebounded by Holman. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Kicks it over to Eink. Now it's knocked around off of Tiemann's hands, but it will be a foul on Jackson Center.
A shooting foul, looks like, as well. So
I thought he was passing.
Well, maybe after he got contacted, it did look like he. It is
Correct.
what it is, but foul against Jackson Center's 34, Camden Reese. 2 free throws coming up for number 2, Aaron Tiemann. 68% shooter on the season, misses the first. And I apologize to the Jackson Center people. I've lost my Jackson Center stats, unfortunately, and still trying to locate them on my phone and unable to do that with the details and et cetera for the points per game and such like that for the Tigers. I'll keep looking. Point there by Aaron Tiemann. Ben Saylor, number 23.
Enters the lineup for the Cardinals.
So that's already now 8 ball players that have played.
Coach Stevens substitutes a lot, substitutes frequently. Once again, a jumper from the right wing, inside the line by Fark. It's good.
He's had a nice start here. 3 of 5 from the field as New Bremen breaks down the Jackson Center defense.
And Zeller got an easy one inside, nobody on him.
That'll be discussed at film session as somehow assignment was missed. Zeller 4 points off the bench. Remember, he doesn't start, but he does average 8 points. Under 2 minutes to play first quarter.
Fark throws a skip pass, and then they move all the way around and moves right back to Fark in the far corner.
This is Lucas Hartle, support player. I didn't mention him coming into the ball game. Also number 13, Lucas Heitkamp, in for the Tigers. Couple support players.
And there's a ball that is knocked around and tapped off of the Cardinals, and it will stay with the Tigers underneath their own basket. And I believe
Scheib for New Bremen came back into the ball game, number 24. He is a starter returning, correct?
Yes.
And Plattfoot is also in the game. We mentioned him earlier. Reed Plattfoot, a 6'5" sophomore, number 32 for Jackson Center. He's posting up down low and trying to gain an opening.
There's a shot from the elbow by Hartle. That's off the iron. Rebound there by the Cardinals. Foul on an attempted steal by number 13,
Lucas Heitkamp. His first team foul, number 3 against the Tigers. Mollenauer back in for the Tigers.
12-9 in favor of the Jackson Center Tigers. Orange and black versus red.
Crimson and gold, not red.
Crimson and gold, that's right. I didn't want to say red. Crimson and gold. Looked for a back door there, wasn't there. Brought it back out. Put it on the floor there quickly by Saylor. Back over here again to Saylor and the other side. Now they're looking for Zeller inside. There's an opening right on top for Saylor, and Saylor with a 3.
His 10th made triple of the year for Ben Saylor, a 6'1" senior, averaging 3 points a game. Ties it up with that basket under 20 seconds to play.
Score all tied here with 15 seconds to go here in period number 1. There's an attempted pass to the wing. Not handled. Gonna run. There's a frustration shot. Oh, off the glass. Almost had a shot to go down. So after 8 minutes are in the book, it is 12-12. We'll be right back with this timeout at the quarter break, and we'll take a break and be right back.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio means jobs. Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Back in the nest at New Bremen, Ohio. All knotted up at 12-12 after one quarter. Will be the Cardinals' ball at midcourt to start quarter number 2.
New Bremen in the first quarter, 5 of 8 overall from the field. They were 4 of 6 2-point shooting, 1 of 2 from 3-point shooting. Jackson Center 6 of 12 were the Tigers. They were 6 of 9 from 2-point range, 0 for 3 from 3-point range.
Holman has it on the baseline on the right side. All the way around comes Tiemann. Goes over now to Scheib, back to Tiemann. Picks up a screen there. Doesn't use it much. Well defensed. Move there by Eink. Now Holman. Kick out wide to the left side on the wing with Tiemann. Reset by Alex Holman. Tiemann looks. Nothing. Now they flop it to the other side. Now back to Tiemann on straight away between the circles. Here's a shake and bake. Nope. Now Tiemann from between the circles, and he buries it. Nice arc. Nothing but net. So the Cardinals take a 3-point lead now, 15-12.
That was a long distance 3 for Aaron Tiemann, his 29th make of the season from that distance. And boy, if it goes in, it's a great shot from long range. If it doesn't go in, do you say, boy, do you work the ball around, or is that just a credit to the Jackson Center defense that basically was shooting out of frustration as Fark shoots one from about the same range on their end and misses. So I don't know, if they go in, they're great shots. When they don't go in, then you slap your hands and say we should have moved the ball around more or be patient. It went in for Tiemann, that's all that matters, and that's his style of play. He can hit from all angles, all spots.
Reese and Roberts back in the lineup for Jackson Center. As we also, I believe, have someone else slipped in the lineup, I think. No, I believe that's it. So here we go. Tiemann has it, crosses over, penetrates to the left block, and that one bounced a little high and off of the clock, and it will be a turnover for Jackson Center.
Against
New Bremen.
New Bremen now 3 turnovers in the game. Jackson Center, I don't have them down with a turnover yet. Thinking back quickly, I don't think they have. If they have, it's been very few.
There's a shot from the right wing by number 24, Bryson Roberts, no good. Long rebound, Holman has it. Over to Tiemann. Back to Holman. And a shot there by Eink, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Center. Kicked inside to number 34, Reese, and he's fouled on his shot attempt.
Haven't been many fouls called. In fact, for New Bremen, that's their first team foul that goes against number 44, Dylan Bumbauer. Jackson Center only with 3 fouls, and each of those 3 fouls have been against different players, so nobody in foul trouble. Camden Reese, been around for a long time, has this senior, 6'3", very well-rounded athlete for the Tigers over the years. Kind of played as a freshman on a very loaded team, filled the role, played hard, and now is a floor leader, general, if you will, for the Tigers in the senior year.
And he makes the second one, though, so 1 for 2.
3 points in the game for Camden Reese.
Holman has it over there on the left side. Goes in, goes out. And they're running a roll towards him. Now once again to Holman.
You just don't see a lot of breakdowns a lot of times with Jackson Center on defense. So you either have to make a great play or hit. We saw Tiemann hit probably a 25-footer for their offense a couple possessions ago. It just is not easy to score against them. It takes a great effort in passing.
There's a shot there by Bombard, and that's good from 3-point land.
Bumbar hits his 13th of the season, but it took a nice lob pass to draw the defense in against Homan. He kicked out, and Bumbar set on a nice pass from Homan in rhythm, his 13th of the year for Dylan Bumbar.
All right, Mulhauer has it.
Mollenauer has been a strong player for the Tigers all year, and again, he's he's 5'10", but boy, he gets things done. And Mollenauer is fouled now, will go to the free throw line. Second foul. New Bremen hasn't had many fouls, but each foul they've had again has been against Dylan Bumbar. He now has 2.
First one there by Chase is good.
Mollenauer, his first attempt, and again, I don't have his percentages. It's missing in action right now.
Second one is likewise good. So
I'm judging he's a pretty good free throw shooter. Good form, good rhythm there, good backspin from Mollenauer, 5'10" senior with his 6th point of the ball game, and keeps the Tigers back to within 3. They led the game. I think they opened up with a good start, if I'm not mistaken. Was it a lead by them, and then the Cardinals came back?
Yes.
And they tied it at 12 and have grown the lead here in the second quarter, which is now at 3. Good ball movement.
Nice pick and roll there as Zeller gets free as he slides to the basket.
Boy, it's nice to have a 6'5" kid that's athletic and comes off the bench. And again, it was a beautiful pass, well executed right in Zeller's wheelhouse and made for an easy score, if you will. Good answer by Mollenauer.
Yeah, Mollenauer shoots a deuce from the baseline in the far right corner. We have a timeout on the floor. That's a precision strip timeout. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Just want to invite you and remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or HD Channel 503. This game can be reviewed on March the 1st at 5 p.m. That's a Wednesday, or Saturday, March the 4th at 2 p.m. So March the 1st, March the 4th. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, or at nktelco.com/sports. Cardinals have it. They have a 3-point lead.
Boy, a quick timeout by Coach Elkert. They hit a bucket down here. I wonder if he wants to stress his defense. The Cardinals have scored some nice buckets here, and they've broken down the Tigers a little bit on defense with some lob passes. They'll force a long three-pointer there from Saylor. But remember, the last 2 scores for New Bremen have been some good ball movement where they broke it in or went inside and came outside. And don't know if Coach Elkert wanted to maybe tell his teammates, be careful as you collapse or kick out, that we all rotate efficiently and don't give some open looks.
Reese Kitts gets a nice entry pass there to
Roberts.
Yeah, but he didn't make it, but he kept the ball alive, kicked it out. Now Fark has it, picks it back up. They're going to reverse it around to the middle and take it off. Mollenauer on a drive with a left hand up and in.
10 points for number 12. And that brings the Tigers back to with 1. Good speed. You fooled you. He thought he was going up top. And if you're watching, that's one way to beat the defense. Give a ball fake and explode past him. Exactly what Mollenauer did.
And did it with his left hand. He's a right-handed player. That always makes it nice. There was Saylor out on top. Now they're moving it around. Now it comes back over to Holman, Alex Holman. Now over to Zeller. Zeller crosses over through the legs. Nice big shot by the big boy, but off the back of the iron, no good. Here comes Fark. He pulls up, doesn't use the glass, just lets her fly a little long.
Tough shot there, a lot of rhythm, a lot of pace, I should say. And we saw him hit a 15-footer earlier in the first quarter where he went 100 miles an hour, stopped, pulled up, and hit it. This time probably would have had better success maybe if he would have spun it off the window, but nonetheless, it becomes New Bremen basketball. They taking care of a 1-point lead.
Ball over there in the hands of Alex Homan. Now in the hands of Dave Holman, and he gets it up and in for a deuce.
His first points of the game.
Uses the glass and it falls in.
Averaging 6 points a game. One of those 3 or 4 or 5 guys have got between 6 and 7 points, maybe 8. And Tiemann leads him at 12, so they spread the wealth. There was a 3-point shot by Mollenauer. Thought maybe they was going to get a foul on the screen as it looked like New Bremen fought through it. But instead of the hand going up for the 3 signal shot.
There's a shot from the left wing by number 30, Alex Holman.
For Holman, his 9th of the season, and New Bremen shoots only 28% from that range on a season. Not really a great number, but they seemingly have hit some tonight. That's their, I believe, 4th of the game, and haven't missed that many. They're probably shooting a much higher percentage right now than that 28% as a team on the season.
A little bit of spread the wealth. They got a lot of people. There's a give and go. Nice pass by number 12, Mollenauer, and it goes to number 34,
Camden Reese.
Camden Reese, and he's going to go to the line to shoot one. His layup was successful.
Carter Elkin for the Cardinals picks up his first foul. Reese, who's been to the line once already for a 2-shot opportunity, currently sitting 1 for 2 from the charity stripe.
It's up with good spin, nothing but net. 22-25, Cardinals up by 3.
6 points now for Camden Reese.
There's a drive there by Tiemann as he got into the paint, and it was batted around. Holman couldn't quite get it as it got off his fingers. Ball will go to Jackson Center. Down to 20 seconds to go here in period number 2. Looks like the Tigers are going to take it because right now Fark has it tucked underneath his arm on his hip and just waiting, and New Bremen is in no rush to chase him. And now he lost the handle. Nope, yep, he did. No, he didn't. There's a shot from right wing off the glass, rebounded there by Holman. So, after 1/2 of action here at the Nest, the Cardinals are on top, 25-22 in this classic matchup between the SCAL and the MAC. We'll be right back in a little pause for halftime statistics.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Okay, halftime here at the Nest is just about going to conclude here in about 2.5 minutes. Here's Jeff to take a look at the first half statistics and thoughts.
Do you want to say that again?
No.
Statistics?
Yeah.
Okay, for the Jackson Center Tigers, 9 of 14 two-point shooting, 9 of 14, 0 for 7 three-point shooting. Overall, Tigers 9 of 21 in the first half for 42%. New Bremen, 6 of 11 two-point shooting. I talked about their three-point shooting, very good, 4 of 7 unofficially. So they were a very impressive 10 of 18 from the field, 55%. Free throws, New Bremen 1 of 2. Jackson Center 3 of 4. Jackson Center also rebounding, had a total of 6 defensive rebounds and 4 offensive rebounds, a total of 10. New Bremen pulled down 6 defensive rebounds and only 1 offensive rebound, but when you only miss a handful of shots, there's not a lot of opportunity.
Around, yeah.
Now the one they did pull down, they did put back up for points. So turnovers pretty insignificant, if you will. 5 for the Cardinals. I only have 1 for Jackson Center. That was right at the end of the half where New Bremen got it but kind of gave it right back. So a pretty clean game from that aspect in the turnovers. Leading scorers in the ball game for the Jackson Center Tigers, Jace Mullenauer with 10. 6 apiece from Nolan Fark and also Camden Reese. Their total of 22 for New Bremen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players score. Leading the way for the Cardinals, Hayden Zeller with 6 off the bench. 4 from Evan Ike and 4 from Aaron Tiemann. 3 from Ben Saylor, 3 from Alex Homan, 3 from Dylan Bumbar, and 2 from David Homan. Their total of 25. And again, spreading the wealth, and New Bremen maybe, I won't say, I mentioned their three-point shooting as a team coming in was 28%. Well, they're 4 of 7, so do the math. That's 55% for sure.
Right.
So they've capitalized there. Not a lot of offense, kind of a low-scoring game, but both teams, I think, kind of mimic each other, and they play defense. They're both athletic. They've got strong bodies. This is not a weak group of guys out here on the court. There's a lot of strength and quickness, and they defend well, and they've showed that so far. The defense is kind of winning, if you will.
Did you tell me that New Bremen has 4 kids with a three-point basket?
Tiemann has 1. Ben Saylor has 1. Alex Homan has 1. And Dylan Bumbar has 1.
So 4 kids. So you know what we're talking about when we say spread the wealth. Several of those guys are substitutes who came in, and they take the open shot and they bury it. So Jackson Center can't let up. They've got to be putting pressure on all the time.
Yep.
Everybody.
So let's see how it goes here. We have 2 more quarters to play. Mullenauer's had a great start. He matches his jersey number now with
12. Yep, he had a nice turnaround jumper right there in the center of the paint. Here's Tiemann right downtown. He came right down the highway.
Well, we talked about great defenses in the first half, and now here in less than 30 seconds, each team's offenses hit shots. I mean, they've been good plays, but the offense has won these first 2 possessions against each team's defense.
There is Fark, and his ball is knocked out of his hand. He was looking for a foul. I think he thinks he got it raked out of his arms.
Alex Homan deflected it out, and no foul called, so we will say it was stripped out of bounds or stripped out of him. It'll stay with the Tigers. Boy, tough shot with Homan right on his face.
And he got it to go in.
And I think Homan, if you saw him there, he kind of just took his head and put his chin right down his chest like, wow, what do I need to do? he was in his face, and then the shooter got the great roll on the road. You're not supposed to get those kind of hops, but Mollenauer does.
Teeman from deep, way off the left side, and it's nothing but twine. Twine time.
Illinois Bremen in the battle of shooting guards has the favor 5-4 here in the quarter. Teeman with 5, Mollenauer with 2 or 4. So each of those players coming up with good starts to the third quarter.
There's a shot from the baseline, three-point land, no good by Jackson Center.
Bryson Roberts.
Yeah, rebound and taken down the floor by the Cardinals. Teeman back over there to the right baseline. Grabbed there by David Holman, up and in.
Offensive bucket off the rebound, and that's just their second offensive rebound of the game, and both of them have been putbacks for points.
I believe that was a shot there by Elkert.
Elkert misses a 3, and Bremen with the defensive board.
There's a drive, and the foul will be on Reese as David Holman's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Camden Reese will pick up his second foul. Not many fouls called against the Tigers. Reese does have 2. I don't think anybody else has more than 1.
6-point lead for the Cardinals here as we're at the 5:55 mark. Make it the 7-point lead at the 5:55 mark in period number 3.
David Holman, athletic player both on the football field and the basketball court, gets both free throws, as that's nice to see David Holman splashing a couple free throws and an 8-point lead. They did honor the Division 7 state championship football team here at the end of the JV game. A number of the teams and coaches came out. Congratulations to Coach Smits and his squad. That's twice now they've won it in the past couple seasons.
Yeah, Holman makes 2, and he's only a 42% free throw shooter, so that's a big add-on for the Cardinals.
Aaron Teeman picked up the foul for New Bremen on that last whistle.
Reese has it out on top between the circles. Kind of getting everybody balanced. Now we're off to the left side. Clark.
Kind of a big possession here for Jackson Center. They trail by 8, and there's a lot of time to go, but kind of how much of a hole do you want to get yourself into to come back with a fantastic finish? I mean, those aren't easy to do against good teams.
There's a kick inside, now back outside. Clark has it on the left wing. He'll reset in the middle a little bit.
You mentioned there's a turnover. You mentioned this game near the end of the season. Tournament draw for boys is tomorrow. You mentioned it's kind of changed for how New Bremen's Northwest District does it versus how Jackson Center does it. In the past, New Bremen, if they would get a win here, that could be a resume stuffer, like how you sell your team. We've got a big win over Jackson Center. But now the Northwest District uses the RPI ranking, which it's all done electronically as far as your wins against teams that have won. I mean, it all kind of is like a football computer system, I think. And that's what the Northwest. Yeah. That's what the Northwest District uses. Jackson Center, I think, still does you submit your resume and people vote on you and rank you, 1 through 13 or whatever.
But Jackson Center found out this afternoon that they are number 1.
They do that ahead of time, but coaches vote on what they think. What New Bremen is in with is more, it's your record, and they look at records of teams you beat and played and their records, and I believe that's how the seeding is done for the Northwest District this year.
Holman on a hook around the picks and kept right on going for a left-hand layup.
He wasn't shut out tonight. He had 2 points at halftime, but last week we had the game at New Knoxville. He didn't score or really shoot in the first half. The third quarter, he opened it up with like 7 or 8 points at New Knoxville. He has 6 points here in the third quarter already, and we haven't even played half of it yet, so he's been like a big-time third quarter scorer the past couple games.
Fark from the left elbow, that's good for 2, and that's time for Jackson Center to take a timeout. Coach Elkert said, let's just chat about this. He's got the lead cut to 8 here as we take a full timeout. That'll be a precision strip timeout. We'll be right back after this message.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement. We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Got some additional sponsors here I'd like to mention before we start again. Burke's Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwederman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Holtzman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank. They are also sponsors to make this broadcast possible, along with our other list of sponsors that I gave you earlier. And we'll repeat them here in a little while. All right, 4:14 to go here in period number 3. Cardinals up by 8, 36-28. Teeman again in his zone where he's hit him. There's a little bit of a push, but it's still just off the back of the iron.
I think he was hoping to maybe draw the foul, kind of step in, and didn't get the whistle, but still almost. I mean, it looked like a good shot when you saw it when it released, and didn't drop. Homan, quickness. Turnover for turnover. Boy, good hands from Teeman. He actually kind of got beat, but then reaches around, knocks it away, but in the battle, the foul goes against New Bremen in the battle for the pickup. And for Dylan Bumbar, he's had a wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, that's
his third foul. And New Bremen hasn't had much more than maybe 6 fouls all game. He's had half of them. Teeman will come off.
Holman comes off,
and also Dylan Bumbar comes off. Not sure Bumbar's sweated yet. He does have a 3-point basket, but he's been plagued with the fouls tonight.
There's Fark from the right corner with a 3, and that's good for 3.
His first made triple of the night. He's now 1 for 4 from that range. Fark has 11 points.
And the lead slips to 5.
It was 10, correct? Because,
yes.
Jackson Center called a timeout when they scored the basket, and now Fark is hit the 3.
There's a rebound with good check out, and the lead pass is intercepted. Snapped out of the air there by number 32, Eink.
Eink had missed the 3-point shot, so was able to kind of make up for it, if you will, by a good defensive play, creating a Jackson Center turnover. They had 1.25 to Jackson Center. I have them down for 3 here in the third quarter, so 4 in the game.
There's Zeller as he crosses about through the paint, just below the foul line. No good. And just about the time that Plattfoot wanted to deliver the ball, his friend cut, and the ball goes out of bounds.
4 turnovers now here in the quarter for the Tigers as Zeller sits down, and in for him, I believe, was number 32, Evan Eink, or number 30, Alex Holman. I believe it was Holman that came in. They're both in the game now regardless. Boy, pretty good defense.
Yeah, there's a steal there. Here comes a lead pass, and right along the baseline, can't be handled by the receiver, out of bounds, off of Jackson Center. Ball goes over to the Cardinals.
Lucas Heitkamp played a good, strong defense down there, kind of boarding up on a good posture, had good strength. But in the end, down here on this end, the Tigers have another turnover. That's their 5th, and that's 2 possessions back-to-back they've turned the ball over.
There's a shot from just the top half of the circle, no good. Long rebound there to Jackson. Fark might have traveled, and he took a 3, and he got fouled.
Yeah, there was an extra, maybe little skip in there. Kind of caught me off guard too, but after looking at it, it's almost like, well, yeah, I think he did. Then he got fouled, so what are you going to do? They just missed it, and Teeman commits his 2nd foul, and 3 shots coming up for Nolan Fark. 11 points in the game. He'll have, 3 of them, correct?
Yes. Ooh.
A little bit of hot coming out of his hand. It looked flat coming out.
Yep, off the back of the iron.
You got to hit those flat shots just right a lot of times. You don't get a lot of help on the low line drive. That one looks better. That one's short. So maybe he did travel before he shot the ball.
The ball knows, huh? The ball knows.
I think the ball doesn't lie.
Right. So missed the first 2 of the 3. Here comes number 3, and that's good.
He scored for the cycle here in the quarter. A free throw, a 2, and a 3. And that's more importantly now a 4-point lead for the Cardinals. They've gone scoreless here. 6 unanswered by the Tigers.
There's a drive by Saylor up to the top. Now we've got it over to Carter Elking, who is in the ball game now for the Cardinals. Now back to Carter Elking on the right wing. He kicks it over to Saylor, fights a little bit with the defense, and now we're going to have timeout by Coach Stevens. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. Just again, remind you, tonight's sponsors are Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, and Speedway Lanes, and NKTelco. So we're at 36-32 in favor of the Cardinals. And we've got 1:16 to go here in period number 3. The game's gotten a little tighter. Like Jeff said, I believe that Jackson had a 10-point lead on the Cardinals.
No, the Cardinals had a 10-point lead.
That's right, my bad. There's a drive there by Eink. He kicks it way back out to Tiemann. Tiemann's lob to Holman. Handled, just saved, and kept in bounds. Now it goes over to Alex Holman. Back to David Holman. Holman's at the elbow.
Well, I would say it looked like Lucas Hart, or no, who's that, 13? Yeah, Lucas Heitkamp. He almost did that same kind of posture where the player came in, he kind of stood him up with his body. Last time he got a steal off of it. This time they call him for a foul, his second, but that's like that strength. He really anchored in, and tough calls. He looked like he was, had kind of just matched up defensively and had got the offensive player to kind of bump into a brick wall, but this time he gets the foul. Last time he had to steal.
Again, Tiemann has it on the left wing. You got to respect him. He's already shot 2 or 3 from there and made 2. Holman's a big point guard when he's out there. It's 6'1" and a pretty good sized body. There's Holman on a reverse and on a late call.
Clark will get the whistle, and you see if it was arm contact or body. They'll say arm contact, so tough break as Holman went baseline, came up with a reverse layup. Fark commits his first foul. I have on my notes here at the 4:17 mark, Jackson Center called a timeout. It was 36-28. So the Cardinals, since the 4:17 mark, have not scored. And that was right after Jackson Center had scored. So probably around the 4:20 or 4:30 mark was the last time the Cardinals have scored, and they still remain scoreless.
They had the rebound there, and it's stolen away. So with 11 seconds, here comes the Tigers. Roberts has it, and he tries to deliver pass to Fark. He's fouled.
That's just what a lot of speed can do, and he kind of forced the issue, picks up the second foul against
Well, I said
Tiemann.
Roberts. Maybe it was Reese. I'm not sure now.
It was, Reese had the basketball, 34. He dribbled in, and the foul went against Aaron Tiemann. I already had him down for 2, but he's got 2 now.
Fark from left wing deep. And it's an air ball, but it goes off of New Bremen with 0.8 of a second to go.
Time for kind of a touch, if you will.
Touch tip.
Won't be able to really shoot it. They're going to have to just get it in like a lob pass and tap it. Put it in the middle.
And that is nothing as it's Jump ball out there between two players and kicked out of bounds. So, after 3 complete, the score is New Bremen Cardinals 36, Jackson Center Tigers 32. We'll be right back after this message and our fourth quarter.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Okay, period number 4 is just about ready to start. It will be Cardinals ball at midcourt.
In the third quarter, Jackson Center shot 4 of 7 from the field. Only had 3 misses. All those were 3-point shots. They were 1 of 4 3-point shooting, 3 for 3 2-point shooting. New Bremen, 4 of 9 from the field in the third quarter, 3 of 6 from 2-point, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, and a tough shot there by David Holman up and in.
Yeah, it might have been touched, and that still went in for him. So, law of averages. Don't score for a while, and all of a sudden you get a little help, and it goes down.
8 second-half points for Holman to go along with the 2 he had in the first quarter, or first half. 10 in the game for Holman, averaging 6 points a contest.
Mullenhauer on the baseline.
Another nice move.
Nice move. Stop, drove, stopped, popped, and up.
He kind of showed the defense the ball in the left box, if you will, and then spun baseline, and body control protected it, and Mullenhauer now with 16 points.
Tiemann backs it back out. Now he's almost at midcourt. Over to Holman. Number 32, Eink has it. Saylor has it. Holman drives. And
wow, what?
He is fouled on the...
When he threw it into high gear, he turned the corner and dropped it down into high speed, and that wins the battle. As drawing the contact and the foul was, or making contact, was Lucas Hartle, his third. Holman 2 for 4 from the line in the 2 for 4 in the third quarter. His third trip now for the game.
Okay, first one is short.
He's missed 3 in a row after making his first 2 in the ball game.
6:47 to go here in period number 4. Cardinals hold a 4-point lead, 38-34. That one dances around, rebounded there by Jackson Center. Mullenhauer has it.
A bucket here or points will be the closest the Tigers have been in a long time. They trail by 3 at half. They started off the game with a lead. New Bremen came back to tie at 12-12 at the end of the first, and since that time, New Bremen has been on top, and there's a stutter travel.
Elkert wanted to make his move, just was undecided as to whether he was going to give the shot fake right away or wait, and then shuffled his feet.
It definitely was ready to go and had a lot of speed and quickness, just like you said. His feet were a little bit faster than his mind wanted to do.
Out on top, Tiemann has it. He backs it up in the center circle. Now he's attacking. Puts a spin move on, kicks it back out. Leave the point guard do the work, and everybody does the cutting. Tiemann has it, backs it out again. He and Holman split most of the ball handling duties the way it appears. Bombard had it. Now he kicks it back to Holman, and Holman's out in the center circle.
almost had a 5-second count. The official had his hand moving, and at the end, Tiemann was able to separate himself from Camden Reese to avoid the 5-second violation.
There's a left-handed layup that doesn't go down for David Holman, and somebody's out of bounds. It is New Bremen's foot out of bounds while they had contact with the ball. Turnover.
Boy, since Holman missed the left-handed shot, give credit to the Jackson Center defense. They made the Cardinals work offensively, and nothing was easy. Even the drive, it was a good move by David Holman, but it wasn't a completely wide-open shot. If it goes in, it's a great look. If not, which it didn't, you credit the Jackson Center defense for contesting it, making Holman shoot a difficult left-handed shot.
Reese with a drive kicks it down to Fark down there on the left corner. He brings it back out, stops, pops, buries it.
Wow, that's making it happen. Fark didn't even get much clearance. He kind of dipped in and jumped back, but still didn't have a lot of room, but able to score the basketball. 14 in the game now for Fark.
Holman with a turnaround, fall away. That's good. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, both these guys, Holman hit one. It was a difficult, high degree of risk, or not risk, but difficulty. And Fark likewise created one off the dribble step back. Should be a foul.
Yeah, there was a push on the back there by number 12.
Carter Elking, his second foul, team foul number 5.
So Reese inbounds for the Tigers underneath their own basket. Set a pick. And kick back into him, but there's a push on the back there.
Evan Ike, his first foul. Well, that was a nice inbounds play. Reese took it out, and he no sooner, he got rid of it, jumped in, and they just basically pushed it right back at him.
Ike was in real pretty good condition. He just had to get his hands off of him and not push him.
Reese with the basketball now. Again, he's been around the program for a long time. As a freshman, he was a role player that really helped them achieve success when they had some great teams, and now it's his turn to lead by example and bring his teammates along, and they've done a nice job. They are 18-1 overall. Remember, their only loss of the year to Rushi to open up the season, a 1-point loss. Since that time, 18 straight for the number 2 ranked team in the state of Ohio, Division 4.
Holman had it. Timeout there by Coach Stevens, and it'll be a New Bremen timeout. It'll be a 30, so we'll stay right here. Just to remind you, once again, this broadcast can be seen on Wednesday, March the 1st at 5 p.m. and Saturday, March the 4th at 2 p.m. on Channel 3 or HD 503. So you can see more of these games on demand or on YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So just remember that. You've always got something to take a look at if you wish. Just go to your computer, hunt it up, and it's there.
Well, I said earlier in the third quarter, at the 4:17 mark, New Bremen, or Jackson Center took a timeout with 4:17 to play in the third. At that time, it was 36-28 in favor of New Bremen. New Bremen had just scored like a few seconds before that, so let's say New Bremen at 36 at the 4:30 mark. We've gone over 8 minutes of game clock, almost 9 minutes, and they've scored 4 points. So they've really had difficulties putting the ball in the basket during that time, have missed some free throws, and Jackson Center, after trailing by 10, has climbed back to cut it to 4. Now, they haven't necessarily lit the world on fire offensively either, but the Cardinals have scored just 4 points in about the last 9 minutes.
Here's Tiemann. He got a break. He's going on the left-hand layup, but it's tipped in, I believe, by Ike, I think.
Number 32, nope, Evan Ike.
Well, I'm not sure. There's a 3 there by Fark. Timeout, Jackson Center. I'm not sure. I thought they said Holman, and I thought it was Ike, but never mind. It's a basket on each end as we now have a precision strip timeout with a little over 3 minutes to go, and we'll take a minute break here while the teams rethink.
We are here, and here, and here.
Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Well, we still think that it was Evan Ike who scored the tip-in for the Cardinals, and then at the other end it was Nolan Fark who hit the three. So we're back
I'm only going, I don't know who tipped in really for New Bremen. There were a couple of hands up there. I noticed 32 is flashing on the scoreboard. We'll go with that. They haven't changed it since. And then Nolan Fark, his second made three-point bucket of the night. Fark now with 16, and quietly now it's a three-point game. It's just been kind of slowly are the Tigers working it back. At this rate, though, I don't know if we'll have enough time if they continue at this rate of catch-up, because we're under 3 minutes to play. Now, naturally, a three-point deficit can easily be obtained, but it's taken them a while to climb back from being 10 down. So if you do it by that theory, they're going to run out of time, but we know it just takes one possession, they can tie it up. So New Bremen, a big possession here.
David Holman with a drive, and he's fouled.
16 fouls now against the Tigers.
So it'll be a Cardinal ball over here on the sideline.
Fark with a foul, his second. Fark, if I said 16, he has 17. Mollenauer has 16. So those two guys doing a bulk of the Jackson Center scoring tonight. That's, well, 33 out of the 39 have come from Fark and Mollenauer. Well, so Fark almost got his second foul.
And it's a jump ball. Got Holman tied up just inside the timeline and really had no place to go. He couldn't back up and he couldn't go sideways. So, ball goes over here. Roberts to inbound it. And Reese has it on top of the, in between the circles right now. Fark on the left wing brings it back up to the top. Wanted to deliver it.
2 minutes to go in the ball game.
There's a block shot, as I believe Roberts went up for it and got blocked.
Mollenauer's shot. It was blocked by Alex Holman.
All right, my bad. There's Tiemann being guarded closely. There might be a foul. There is.
That will be team foul. Did I just say 6 or 7?
It'll be number 7, so the Cardinals are going to the line.
Foul on number 4, foul on number 34, Camden Reese, his third. Aaron Tiemann, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. That was way back in the first quarter. He made 1 of 2. He now has in the ball game 9 points. It stays at 9.
That ball was halfway down and came out.
The key is it's got to be all the way down.
I understand.
If not, it's just another missed shot, right?
Right. It's just that you feel bad when you don't make it.
And I've seen today, I saw a ball game where the ball hit the back plate, stuck and rolled in. Really, it was kind of a bad shot, but it counted. And other guys like that one do everything but go in, and it doesn't always work that way.
Okay, there's a long one by Fark off the back iron, rebounded by Mollenauer, kicked out again, spun over here by Elkert. Elkert takes the shot. That's a 3. That's good. So everything's tied at 42-42. Coach Elkert says, I'd like to take another timeout, and he has 2 left. It's down to 1. So we'll be right back after this precision strip timeout.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Okay, we're back at the Nest in New Bremen, all tied up, 42-42 here in period number 4. Here's Jeff with an interesting thought over the last basket.
Grant Elkert, his first three-pointer of the game, and For Elkhart, he missed one in the first, he missed one in the second, he missed one in the third. Hit a big one here in the fourth. He's 1 of 4 from that range, and the coach's son ties it up 42-42. And again, it's just 60 seconds left. A lot of basketball really that can happen here, but kind of what we expected. This number 2 ranked team in the state, and a very good New Bremen team that, you know, got a late start because of football, and then had a slow start to the new year, losing 3 of 4, I believe it was, and they've won 7 in a row. So, you know, the Cardinals tested tonight, the Tigers being tested, and either way, we're going to have a winner, we're going to have a loser, but I think both teams will learn from this, and these are the kind of matchups you like to see in competitive basketball, guys going at it. And right now, it looks like the Tigers are going to be very content.
Tigers are going to be content, and it looks like New Bremen's going to be content.
And they have 3 timeouts to the Cardinals, 1 timeout for Jackson Center. So we'll see how long we stand, and see once Coach Stevens will let it get down to maybe 15 or 10, and then call a timeout and go down to the final shot.
Tiemann has the ball. He is by himself out there on the left wing, although David Holman is on the right side. They're all spread out. We do have a man at the high post, man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Timeout, Cardinals. So we're going to have a little strategy chat now, and we'll have a full timeout on the floor. So we'll be right back after this precision strip timeout.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
I know both teams want to win this, Jeff, but it's really maybe, let's just say, this is pre-tournament time. Get tested, figure out what you can and can't do.
What works, what doesn't work against. Sometimes you go against matchups and you may run it not right, but it still works. And then kids say, well, why do I have to set a solid screen? We still scored. Well, because against more athletic kids or some other type of situations, it's not going to work. You're not always going to be the biggest, fastest, strongest. Sometimes you got to utilize these tools and weapons to slow down the bigger, faster, stronger players so you can execute and score. So yeah, you're right. I mean, nobody wants to lose, but you know, you got to, whoever loses will be upset for a short time, and then enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy the competition.
So there is pressure, but it is New Bremen's ball. Tie score, 12 seconds to go. Here we go. Inbounds. Holman has it at the top. Picks up a screen.
He's open.
Tiemann, I thought he was going to let it fly. He's about 3 steps. Now shake, bake.
Timeout.
And we got timeout. So I believe that Corey Stevens wanted what he had, and he didn't get it. I saw him just slam his clipboard, so I know that something was just there, but not perfect. So full timeout again. So we'll take another precision timeout, and we'll be right back.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
3.8 seconds left. New Bremen timeout, so we'll see what Coach Stevens, he's on all fours down there diagramming something on a dry erase board. And yeah, when Tiemann caught the ball over here, he was a little bit beyond the arc, but that's in his range.
But he shot 2 or 3 of them.
I don't know if he was comfortable. He had Camden Reese, kind of like a gladiator, warrior kind of individual that maybe just didn't feel comfortable with Reese maybe being able to come out and close the gap so quick that he just didn't pull the trigger. And, you know, in the end, you still have the basketball, and you know, there was still plenty of time. If you would have missed that, Jackson Center easily could have got the rebound and, you know, called timeout or had to let the ball for the last shot. So reset, same spot, just under 4 seconds to play.
Tiemann came all around from the backside. There's a Hail Mary that's not good, and we're going to have a little extra time. So overtime at the Nest. Each coach has one timeout left from regular seasons or regular session. He'll now get another one for the overtime. So we're going to take a precision strip break here. We're going to have 4 more minutes of basketball for sure when we come right back.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
All right, we're back. It's overtime time, so we're going to have another jump ball. We don't have many of these. We usually got one a game, and that's about it. But to start the overtime period, it'll be the same as the start of the game.
And as you mentioned, each team gets an additional timeout. So each ball club with 2 timeouts, each team is in a bonus. So a new look here. We started 0-0. We finished at 42-42. We'll play on.
And the tip is controlled this time by Jackson Center. So out on top is Reese.
It's been a while since the Tigers have led. I'm going to say that was back early in the first quarter, maybe 3 minutes into the game, 4 minutes maybe, or maybe 5 when Bremen then tied it up. But since that time, they've been playing catch-up, trailed by as many as 10.
There's a drive and a foul, almost a 3-point play conversion, as Camden Reese made a nice post move, got right in front of the basket, but couldn't make the basket.
Alex Homan picks up the foul. Reese will be making his 3rd trip to the line today. He's 2 for 3, 6 points, all in the first half.
And that one goes good.
In fact,
Jackson
Center has only had 3 players score: Fark, Mollenauer, and Reese. 17 from Fark, 16 from Mollenauer.
No.
You're right. And
Elkert.
Yep, you're right. And Elkert, the 3-point bucket. Yep.
All right, here we go. 2-point lead now for Jackson Center. The Cardinals have it. Tiemann looks inside. It's off of the hands of
Homan.
Alex Homan. All right. Right now, Reese has it out on between the circles. Now over to Fark. Now over to Mollenauer. Back to Reese. They're going to have a little 3-man weave there. I don't know if they're not going to blow, I don't think, 3 minutes of that, but maybe they are. I don't know. Coach Elkert looks a little calm. I've seen him more agitated than this. So Fark has it between the circles, puts it on the floor, dribbles, switches. Kick over there to Mollenauer, stops, nope. And he's going to be fouled. Nope, going to be tied up. It will be New Bremen ball, I believe.
Turnover on the Tigers, and I thought there maybe could have been a foul. I thought maybe there could have been a jump ball, and I know Coach Elkert maybe wanted even a timeout. I don't know. I didn't hear anything, but you mentioned he was calm a minute ago. He doesn't have the same demeanor right now, but he is settled back. So an awkward finish there, but the turnover gives the Bremen the basketball following the turnover that gave Jackson Center the ball.
There's a shot from the left wing, no good, in and out. And there'll be an over-the-back call right there on.
The push from behind on the rebound will be the 8th foul, and that goes against number 32, Evan Ike, his 2nd foul.
And to the line goes Jace Mollenauer, 5'10" senior.
Mollenauer 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. Those were both in the second quarter, or those were attempted in the second quarter. And I go back to the scoring drought New Bremen has been in. They just have not put many points on board here recently. They had 42 back in midway through the fourth quarter.
46-42 in favor of the Tigers. There was a shot rebounded there, and we've got traveling on the rebound. So Camden Reese could not get his feet underneath him, and he held the ball too long, traveled trying to avoid falling out of bounds with it.
Tiemann the shot the 3?
I'm not sure, Jeff. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I looked down to check my stats, and I just heard you say a long shot, and I looked up and I saw Reese falling down. So
David Holman with a turnaround in the paint. That's good for a deuce. Timeout, Coach Stevens. So we're going to have a full timeout here once again. So we'll take a precision strip timeout also, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
All right, we're back here.
Big bucket for David Holman. You know, Cardinals have struggled. He's been a key contributor here. He's now 6 points in the fourth quarter and overtime for David Holman. And that shot he made, a turnaround jumper, brings them back to within 2. Their offense has struggled a little bit here as of late, especially in the second half. But just one possession game still. It's going to be up to the Tigers to take care of the basketball. You can expect the Cardinals to, I'm assuming, play some pretty tight defense. They played zone most of the night. We'll see if they stay in that, if they kind of jump out, or if they play zone and just double team out of it.
Can't tell, but it looks like right now they're beginning to walk it with separate partners. So they're in a man-to-man.
They're in a snowball dance, it looks like, as it'll be everyone on someone, and it is man-to-man. So
1:50 to go here in overtime. There's a shot and it is a charge by Fark.
David Holman, wow, he's come up offensively and he picks up the foul against Fark. His third foul against Fark. The turnover, but a heads-up play by David Holman. Thought it was a good call. I thought he was there, and my instincts said what I thought, and the referee agreed.
So Cooper Scheib has the basketball, I believe, at center court. Kicks it over to David Holman. Now out to Tiemann, who comes up from the baseline. Kick it over to Alex Holman. There's a drive by David. Picks it up, kicks it out. Once again, it goes back to him. They trust him with his ball handling ability and his shooting and his scoring.
Whoa, Camden Reese nearly tipped that one.
There's a shot there by Alex Holman. That goes up off the glass and in.
David Holman with the basket.
Sorry, David. I thought it was Alex.
Number 50, and he's had a huge second half, 16 points in the game, 14 in the second half. That ties it up. He's got both New Bremen buckets in the overtime period. We're in the first overtime. We might be here a while yet.
Yeah, it's only 45 seconds to go each, but Jackson Center does have 2 timeouts, so Coach Elkert's got some time. Now it's over to Grant Elkert, now over to Camden Reese. It doesn't look like New Bremen has any anticipation to try to steal it, and we'll wait till probably the 10-second mark on the clock, and we're at 20 right now. So the crowd begins to come to their feet.
He's not near an official, so we'll see once here. He's going to let him play, I think.
There's a drive, no good. Rebounded, kicked out. Tiemann has it. He's along the right sideline. He's going to stop. Pop. Throws it up. No good. And no good.
Whoa, that was...
but I thought it was late. Might have been late.
No, it would have counted.
You think so? Okay. David Holman had it and kind of took a bad bounce off the floor.
Alex Holman.
He rebounded it. Holman.
Alex
took the shot. Yep. Alex took it. Well, that remains 46-46. So we're going to get you a little more extra overtime yet, as we will have another 4-minute session here. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
All right, second overtime here from the nest. So we started again. Gonna do a little jump ball routine. Usually you don't do this more than once. This is our third one. So there's a lob, and it's stolen there as David Holman jumped in the anticipated direction of the ball. He has it, kicks it over to Tiemann. Tiemann backs it back out. Keeps his dribble alive, however, so he can go when and where he wants. There he spins. He lost a handle. It'll flop over to Fark. Now Fark gives it to Reese. And off they come to the center line and now between the circles.
Likewise, each team gets another full timeout to start this one.
Mullenauer on a turnaround and didn't get the shot to fall as he got bodied up by, I believe, David Holman. I got to check this. I'm not sure. Yes, it's 50.
Number 50. Only David Holman's first foul all night. Holman with 16 points picks up his first foul. Mullenauer, 2 free throws. He's a perfect 4 for 4 tonight. 2 in the second quarter and 2 in the first overtime.
So there's Chase's first attempt. That's good for
19 points.
And a 47-46 lead for the Tigers. So Mullenauer's second shot's coming. That's nice spin down and in.
20 in the game for the 5'10 senior Jace Mullenauer.
Scheib hands it off to Tiemann. Tiemann kicks it out to David Holman. Now Eink has it along the left side, and it's knocked out of bounds there by Mullenauer. And it will be inbounded by the Cardinals there underneath their own basket. And the trigger man will be David Holman. Give it to the quarterback, let him make the decision. There's a nice backdoor play as Evan Eink backed out and cut across the lane. Got the bounce pass and up and in and foul.
I believe David Holman was the assist man. He triggered it, but yeah, beautiful bounce pass, and seems like you see a play run by every school, and if you set the screens and just have a bit of miscommunication on the help side, that back door is there, and New Bremen couldn't recover quick enough. Jackson Center couldn't recover quick enough. New Bremen took advantage of it. And for Evan Eink, his 8th point in the ball game.
And it'll remain tied. There's a chase down in the corner. And a near steal there. Here comes Reese, and he's got it. He's coming across the line now as the Tigers get ready to run their offense.
New Bremen, man-to-man, they kind of have done a lot of zone to start, but man-to-man here as of late.
Heitkamp, Lucas had it there. Now it's back to Reese after it went from Fark over to Elkert. Elkert keeps his dribble alive, but now he picks it up and kicks it out to Lucas Heitkamp. Back to Reese at the top. Now Fark on the left side of the circle, but in the center circle. Fake drive, look for the lob over the top, not there, not enough room. Mullenauer got free. Somebody lost to him, and nobody could get him to rock. There's a shot by Fark, no good, off the backside of the bankboard. Here comes Holman on the fly. Oh, baby.
Good defense by Camden Reese, and just too much. I think Holman made his mind up, and Reese was in the way, and that's the second foul against David Holman. Turnover Cardinals.
So a little housekeeping here as we try to get the perspiration off the floor. As we had a player on the floor. And
it's Camden Reese. He's a warrior, and that's, if you notice his jersey's pretty much dark gray because he is completely has that uniform saturated in sweat. And to mention, he's a four-year player. He's done a lot of good things for this program at Jackson Center, and doesn't always maybe score the most points, but it seems like he does quote the little things. And he's going to be he's an all-around good player, and Coach Elkert will take his timeout.
Timeout. He had 3, so now he'll be down to 2. That'll balance out that sheet as far as New Bremen is concerned. Going to have a full timeout, and we'll be right back after this message for the Precision Strip timeout.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
When was it? With about a minute to go in the first overtime, you said, hey, we might be here for more than one?
Yes. We're in the second overtime, and
you want to make another prognostication with a minute and 56 to go?
There's a good chance it could go 3. At least it's not a school night.
Right.
So these guys have all day Sunday to heal. But you talk about a game where you have to bring your best. Each team had wins last night. So each team looking to build on that success. Again, Jackson Center hasn't lost since the first game of the year. And New Bremen's on a 7-game winning streak. So these teams are not used to losing here as of late.
A lot of motion by Jackson Center, but ends up back in Camden Reese's hands as he's on the left side of the circle.
He had a nice drive near the end of the last overtime on the left side.
They got him.
Maybe a little bit late.
Nope, he got it in.
Thought they missed him the first time, but they found him back, and he missed that drive at the end of the first overtime, but cashes in on this one, and timeout New Bremen.
Timeout New Bremen. With a minute 16 to go, it'll be a full timeout, and we'll take this precision timeout and be right back.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Talked to some New Bremen fans earlier in the week, and they thought this game would definitely be a benchmark for them, and I would say that basically it looks good for them whether they win or lose right now. It's a I'll call it a mark to tell you how good you are against number 2 in the state. So
Jackson Center brings a lot of everyone's A game to the table. They have a target on their back, and they've played very disciplined tonight as well. It's someone's going to lose, and then the coach will, I shouldn't say the coach is here, but, you're going to blame something. I mean, it's a one-possession game. It comes down to who maybe has the ball last. There's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Other than that, again, shake hands, clap hands to your teammates, and then enjoy the effort you put out there. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and we're under 60 seconds to go in the second overtime.
There's David Holman with a drive. Picks it up.
Nope.
It's going to be 1-1. So Holman's going to go to the line.
2-shot foul. Looked like there's active shooting here. We'll see once here. Is calling he awarded a 2-shot shooting foul. Won't matter. It's 10 team fouls anyways. Committing the fouls, Camden Reese. Now that is his 4th foul, so that is an important stat. David Holman has struggled a little bit here from the foul line, as he has missed now 5 in a row after making his first 2.
He just left that one. It was right on line. It was just flat and short. That one's a little bit hard. And
long rebound.
Goes over to Eink. Back out to Tiemann. Hit off the back of the iron and went long, and Eink ran it down.
Yeah, I'm not, it wasn't like no one boxed out. It was just the ball carried.
There's a 3, in and out. Rebound. And
Evan Eink.
Rebounded by Bumbar. Shovel passed over to Eink. Eink puts it in from about 3 feet. gets the basket. He's going to the line to shoot one.
And Camden Reese fouls out. What a series of storyline there. A miss, you said a rebound, a shovel pass, the harm, and then a leader on your team exits the game with 34 seconds to play.
He had 10 points. So he's been almost like the point guard instigator, originator as far as the offense is for Jackson Center. So somebody else is going to have to take that role.
Evan Hike, 4 points in this overtime.
So Hike shooting one. Long. Rebounded there by Mollenauer. Picked free, but no. Now Plattfoot has it, I believe, yes.
Another long rebound there. Fortunately for the Tigers, it comes to where they are at it. But it was another long rebound. Tie game. Clock running, 20 seconds. Tigers with a couple timeouts. So we'll see once if Coach Elker uses it or lets his team finish with live ball action. Looks like he's going to let him go.
Well, he's got 8 seconds. He can always still call a timeout. There's a shot. Fall away. No good. Rebounded there. And we got a timeout on the floor called by Tiemann after Holman rebounded. And it'll be 1.2, but they're going to be about 80 feet away. So it is, we'll stay right here. We'll stay right here now. It will be a full timeout, but Tiemann was calling the timeout. I don't know if he got it right away, but I don't think they're going to put any more time back on the clock.
I kind of thought the same thing. They're going to talk about it. It looked like Holman skied for the rebound, and then it was like, okay, what's going on? Where's the buzzer? Well, there was still time, and I saw Tiemann stand there like, I'm not saying seconds ran off, but maybe a half. I mean, I don't think it's worth the effort to try to figure that out. I don't know. It was
not in the day of no replay. As far as
if we had replay, we'd be here for another 10 minutes trying to figure out what it would be, and it's not worth it. You go by the human element. You make the call. You decide. You set the clock. You go. It's not shouldn't be decided by robots, if you will. It's a human game. Make a decision, move on, and play the game. So now a tough task, like you said, long. 84 feet will be the length of the court, and the Cardinals are going to have it out of bounds on the far end. The hoop's a little bit closer than that, so about 80 feet away from the basket are the Cardinals.
They're actually going to award them the ball because it was inside the arc. They're going to award them the ball on the baseline.
Inside the arc?
Inside the rainbow.
Oh, yeah, it was timeout was under the basket, so I would imagine, that goes, definitely out of bounds, spot violation. So Holman cannot move laterally. He can move forward and backwards. He cannot move laterally, and they put Plattfoot.
6'5",
that's
sophomore.
a tough plywood sheet of wood, if you will, to kind of throw over and around. He'll be doing some jumping exercises to distract the quarterback, and you're allowed to move. He did. Boy, that's a good look.
A little long.
Shibe not a good look, but boy, they got the pass down the court pretty nicely. It was still a long distance shot. We're going to OT number 3.
So we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back after this precision strip timeout.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
All right, we're back here at New Bremen in the Nest, where the Cardinals and the Tigers are having at it. 50-50, 4 more minutes to play here in overtime period number 3. So get ready to see it again, the 4th tip of the night. There it is, long rebound, got it. Fark has it, over on the left wing.
Moldenauer got the tip and then kind of fell backwards. Was lucky to find Fark on the far side to avoid any travel violation, and that's where the Tigers are out now. Remember, Camden Reese out of the ball game with 5 fouls.
I look for Fark to take over some of this ball handling now up front, and probably with Moldenauer. There's a kick-out pass there. A shot from the far corner off the iron, no good. That was taken there by, I believe.
Lucas Heitkamp.
Yeah, I thought. And there's Holman with a drive, pushed it up, rebounded there by Moldenauer. And he'll bring it across.
David Holman shot it?
Yes. Now Fark has it between the circles. Lucas Heitkamp replaced Camden Reese.
I don't want to date yourself, but when you say between the circles, where's the other one at?
Right there's the top of the foul line, and there's the other circle.
Yeah, okay, I think you're thinking the free throw line. When you used to have the circles around the free throw line for jump balls.
That's kind of eliminated, yes.
Yeah, that has been eliminated, and I thought that's what you were talking about.
That's what I refer to as between the circles. Okay, there's Moldenauer with a jumper inside the line. What's a deuce, but it's about an 18-footer.
Nolan Fark, a big shot for him as he now has 19 points in the ball game for Fark, and that puts them up by 2.
It was Fark. I said Moldenauer, I believe. There's a drive. Holman on a reverse. Fouled there by Heitkamp.
I think it's twice we've seen Holman go baseline tonight. And both times he's been fouled coming up on the left side of the hoop for the shot. I know New Bremen had a reverse layup earlier in the game, and Tiger was fouled him in someone in the act. So Holman hits the free throw.
Makes the free throw. Bombard will enter the game now for Scheib. So Bombard in the lineup, and Holman gets both of them.
After missing 6 in a row, he makes
2 big ones here in third overtime.
He's 4 for 10 from the line. That's really about his season average at 41%.
There's another jumper by Fark, rebounded there by Plattfoot. It is rebounded by Plattfoot. He's fouled as he tried to throw an outlet pass, and it'll send him to the line to shoot 2.
Tiemann for the Cardinals, his 3rd foul. Both teams in a double bonus. As Dennis said, number 32, 6'5" sophomore, has not attempted a shot tonight, neither from the field nor the foul line.
Nice spin, nothing but net.
His first point of the night for the 6'5" freshman, and again, he's filling in or taking the place of Camden Reese, who's sitting on the bench with his leg crossed.
Second one is likewise very good. So 2-point lead once again for Jackson Center with 2 minutes to go here in overtime number 3.
Now Reese on the bench, back sitting with his elbows, leaning over, shouting. I heard him. I couldn't tell what he said, but you could hear him mouthing words to his teammates as they ran down the court.
There's Tiemann with a 3. That's a good one. That's about 2 steps behind the arc.
It's in range, and that is his 3rd make of the night from long distance. A 1-point Bremen lead. 3rd overtime, still plenty of time to go here. 1:40 in this 3rd overtime.
Oh my.
That was a foul on Holman, I bet. Yep.
Holman pursued Moldenauer after the ball and knocked it out of bounds, but he also got a hold of Moldenauer.
Third foul on Holman, and Moldenauer with 20 points in the night will go to the line. He's 6 for 6 from the line.
He will shoot 2 automatic. First one dances around, comes back out.
6 for 7.
55-54, New Bremen leads. Moldenauer's second attempt coming up. Good. 55-55. And somebody's got a cramp, and it is David Holman. He asked for referee time. Now he's kind of hobbling just a skosh as he walks off to the bench.
I hope I didn't see it, but if it's just a cramp, then that'll,
he'll get that back.
Just hope that you don't pull a muscle or a groin injury where you pull a.
It looked like he pointed behind his knee. Ben Saylor has replaced him. Unless I didn't see anybody get knocked around. Well, there was really No.
Well, he pursued the player going out of bounds. He committed a foul. I don't know if he kind of stepped on something wrong when he committed the foul. That's
true.
That's
true.
the only contact. He's on the floor now.
Tiemann has it. The count is on. Count is still on. He's being guarded by Fark. Now it slides over to Plattfoot, and Plattfoot helps
60
him.
seconds to play.
Scheib and Tiemann out on top. Holman at the top. That's no. There's a, and it is off of New Bremen, out of bounds. So we have a turnover underneath the New Bremen basket. It will be Jackson Center ball, 55-55 with 38 seconds to go, and we have a timeout.
Not all the players had been off the court, because the New Bremen sent in a couple players rotated in, and not everyone had cleared. David Holman is walking around with a noticeable gimp as he goes back to his spot on the bench.
Fark has it, being guarded by number 12, Carter.
In the ball game. He didn't score 21 points. He didn't score 19. Didn't score 10. He had 6. Those all came in the fourth quarter in the last overtime, and I think the one he hit in fourth quarter tied them.
Yes, it did.
So, everyone played well. I like his hitting the big shots late in the game. He ends up 2 for 5 from three-point range. I like that number. His shots really helped his team. He was the extra, not the main scorer, but he had some clutch shots. When you don't score a lot, those are tough ones to pull the trigger on, and he connected both times in the fourth quarter in the extended period. So if you're okay with that, congratulations to the senior, number 15 for the Jackson Center Tigers, Grant Elkert, our NKTelco player of the game.
Okay, that just about wraps everything up here from the Nest in New Bremen. Once again, I'm Dennis Henshin, the stat man, the color man, the analytics guy is Jeff Henshin. Both teams played well. New Bremen is now 13-6. Jackson Center is 19-1, and they will be going on in tournament, both teams, in opposite directions. They will find out tomorrow who they will be playing, so you'll have to check with your local school system to derive that information. The final score, once again, Jackson Center 58, New Bremen 55. Good night, everyone.